Thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we do recaps and reviews on reality shows, soap operas, and shopping hauls. And of course, anything else that I want to do a review on. Okay? Today we're going to be talking about The Real Housewives of Dallas that aired on May the 9th of this year, 2016. The title of the show was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? It was episode 5, season 1. The summary gives us Tiffany's efforts to play peacemaker with Leanne and Brandy fails. Carrie receives a surprise gift from Mark, and Brandy is devastated when Brian bails on a barbecue for her estranged grandfather. Okay? So, right off, we're recapping from the last episode. It took place at, I think it's Stevens Plies Bar and Grill or something to that effect. But they were having, Marie was having a cocktail party for her best girls. So that's what was going on. And Stephen Plies restaurant was where they were having their cocktail party. Okay, some of the scenes that were going on in that particular episode. Tiffany is chasing after Leanne, especially after Leanne shows out and she cusses, Brandy and Stephanie out. Really lashes into Stephanie verbally. Um, Tiffany is letting Leanne, vent, but she's talking out loud, and it's just a hot mess. Trying to chase somebody, chasing behind them, and they ain't doing nothing but spewing out vulgarity, profanity, and anything else you can throw in the mix. Leanne did it. Stephanie is crying on the inside. People are trying to console her, such as Carrie and Brandy. I don't know what the hell wrong with Marie. She don't say shit. She just sit up there like a Stepford wife. And, it's like she's robotic. Whatever somebody asks her, she asks. And she turns around, look at see if somebody else going to ask her questions. I don't know what the hell wrong with her. But anyway, Leanne is showing her ass, as usual, outside. And she's giving Tiffany some of her ass, too. Leanne goes off into the sunset after she done tried to cuss out the camera people. She done got into a fuss argument, pushing match with her friend, long lifetime friend Tiffany. Once they finish acting a fool like that for the public display, Leanne even hits on the subway bus or some kind of trolley train that goes through the neighborhood or around in that particular vicinity. She hits it like the darn train got in her way. You know what I'm saying? She take off her shoes all countrified and gets to walking till she finds her car, which is somewhere down the road. I just say, hell, she went down into the sunset because that's where she left. She left Tiffany there, left Marie there, and got the hell on. Anyway, we're talking into the next morning. Ooh, excuse me, guys. The next morning comes in. Stephanie is at her house. They're showing her and Cruz bouncing on the trampoline, and she's a very good mom. She always try to be with her kids, especially Cruz crazy self. I want to see still dropping doo doo in the pool. Okay. Then Stephanie goes in the house. She's talking with Travis, her husband, and she's asking him what are they gonna be doing for their 7-year anniversary. Evidently she don't like surprises like me. She like to be foretold, and so she can get her wardrobe together. She can get her mind right, and just bring on the festivities. And he tells her, they're going out. They're gonna be, doing a late night dinner, and everything's gonna be cool and copacetic. She just need to just wait and be surprised. Oh, excuse me. And then for some reason she brings up to him how she's still reeling from last night's events, and she busts out, start crying again. And he was like, honey, get yourself together. She just used you as a target because she couldn't get Brandy to act out or react to whatever she was saying. You should have just pretty much kept it cool, but we know you're a sensitive nature at heart. He didn't say that, but that's what I said. He pretty much just said, well, she was trying to get Brandy to show out, and Brandon didn't have it. Brandon don't let nobody run all over her. So it's just like that. So she was like, yeah, I know. And he just said, "Well, let's go get ready for tonight, honey." And she was like, "Okay, that's a good idea." So that scene was just, whatever. We go to Leanne and Rich. Leanne is rubbing on her dolls, giving them kisses, and yeah, they pretty much the only one that love her. And Travis is coming into the room. Oh, he's pretty much there. She's actually coming into the room, and he asking her how she's feeling this morning. And he's asking, have she talked to Tiffany today or text or anything of that nature? She said no. And he's like, why not? And she's like, she really wasn't feeling it. And, she just want to be selfish, like always. She don't want to admit when she's wrong. This, that, and the other. And Rich know that's why they ain't married. But we go on to Aaron and Tiffany, and Aaron is talking about, how she feels about last night and Leanne's, events of what took place, and how she spoke with her this morning or text her, and she said no, she has a phone in her hand, and she's just wondering, should she text or should she just wait it out, and this, that, and the other. So both of them playing like a little waiting out game, and they, the other don't want to contact the other for whatever reason. It is what it is. So we go back to Leanne and Rich. Leanne's trying to talk to Rich about the whole ordeal, and he pretty much knows it was Leanne's fault. He even goes as much as to tell her, it was your fault. I know how you act, and I've seen you in action. So yeah, you need to be the bigger person and give her a call. So of course Leanne didn't like that, and she was trying to make up every excuse under the sun, because Leanne ain't gonna do right. She ain't gonna do right. She's gonna do right when she want to do right, but she unless they cut and edit out some parts where Rich was talking bad about Tiffany in some sort. I didn't get anything. He was just like, Leanne, you the helper. You the one did the shit. You stirred the pot. It blew up in your face. You the one came home like a raging bull, and spewing out at the mouth. And I know you did it. I know you because I know you, boo. And so she didn't really want to hear all that. So we go on to another scene. I didn't want to hear it even. We go to Aaron and Tiffany. He's telling her she needs to wait for a couple of days. Don't rush in trying to talk to Leanne. It ain't worth it. And it just cause you so much stress. You should really stay away from her for a while. Hang out with the other ladies. And then, she said, well, I'm gonna have to see her anyway today because we have a clothing drive for, the HIV people. Or the HIV community. We're taking up clothing and stuff of that nature. So I'll see her and we'll just see how it goes. So he's like, okay, whatever, And then they go to a commercial. We come back. We're on Brandy and Brandy's mom. Brandy's trying to bribe her daughter to stay clean and stay from the outside. At least stay pretty to your grandfather see you. That dog. And she's like, wanting to go outside. She's talking about the butterflies, this, that, and the other. Excuse me, y'all. I was sleepy. It's 11:49 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm sleepy, but I'm forging through. I'm going to put this video out. Hopefully y'all will enjoy it. But anyway, she's asking. Well, her mom is asking where Brian is. If he's going to be here this time. Trying to throw some light shade. And she's like, yeah, he's going to be here. He coordinated his trip where he, will be here shortly for a little period of time, but then he had to get back on the road. But he's going to be here. He's flying in today, and he's going to come right from the airport and come on, and meet, granddad and stuff. So, she ain't looking all, she ain't looking like she believe. Hell, don't nobody believe her. She don't believe herself, really. But she trying to fake the phone, and then her mother's kind of having some apprehension about the whole meeting of the dad because, like I said, Brandy already met him from him coming in from the first night, and then she's having this barbecue for her brother to come in town if he don't already live there. Oh, and then what do you call it? For the mother to come in and be reintroduced to her father in so many ways. So that's what the big barbecue was about. They were planning. So we go over there, we go to Leanne. She's at the charity event. She's riding. She's, already fussing, talking about she wished she could stay at home in the bed and do what she needed to do as far as resting, because she really needed some rest from the shenanigans that went on last night at Marie's cocktail party. But I'm like, honey, all the shenanigans went on, and unfairness was you cutting up like an ass, showing your ass as usual. I know ratchetness is a part of you solidifying yourself on the show, but honey, I don't even know how these folk want to deal with you and you being out in the community advocating for them, because you are just a hot train wreck mess. Oh, I can't take you. I can't take you. I can't take you. And hopefully the charity people can't take you no more either, because, being a carny kid, that's one thing. But then you showing your ass on TV and you talking about you going up here solidifying yourself as a businesswoman to go advocate for different charitable causes, and trying to gain money for it. No, I can't. No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. But anyway, I'm tired of talking about her. We're gonna move on to Carrie. Carrie comes, to the drive. She goes right by Leanne. Leanne don't open up her mouth. She act like she having a conversation with this other lady. Carrie comes on. That's a Carrie or Tiffany. Well, both of them, put it like this. Both Carrie and Tiffany show up at the drive, and they both pass Leanne. Leanne don't say two hills of the beans to them. They don't say nothing to Leanne, so it's just like, okay, that scene was wasted because we didn't get nothing, like no sneers, no cat fight, no nothing. So they could have totally just really left that out. We then go to Stephanie and Travis. Like I said, they're going out for their 7-year anniversary. Honey, he's taking her out in style. They don't, Travis done bought this vintage Rolls Royce. The same Rolls Royce that they drove off after they got married for the very first time. They were taking pictures by this Rolls Royce, and they drove from their wedding, or she said to their wedding. So I'm like, wait a minute, y'all weren't supposed to be seeing each other till after the wedding. So I don't know. She said to, well, maybe she meant from the wedding, and somehow he secured it and surprised her with it. I think it was more so for him, not her, because she could care less. But anyway, he rolled off with her for their date for the evening. He took her to some little shop called the Boulay. The Boyles. It's some kind of high fancy price jewelry store that's in their county, that the rich and famous, I guess, the who's who goes down there to see them. So it is what it is. Let's see here. We leave there. We go to Tiffany. Tiffany's calling Leanne as she's riding from I'm guessing, the charity event that they just both were at. So I'm not really understanding that at all. But anyway, Leanne don't answer her phone. And we know Leanne got her phone on her. She just let it go to voicemail. That's how spiteful she is. But anyway, Tiffany leaves her a heartfelt message, and she lets her know that she wants to talk with her. She's ready to talk. We we end that right there. And then we go to Carrie and Zuri, her daughter, her 2-year-old daughter. They have a little cute little scene where they're having mother and daughter time, and pretty much it's her bedtime, so Carrie is pretty much tucking her in the bed, and they having a little moment. And then she comes out the room and she goes and eat with her husband Mark. So then we go to the scene with her and Mark. Mark is thinking of a plan to where they can build a house in Switzerland, and they can, like, I'm guessing from what Carrie's talking about, spend 6 months, where they are in Texas, and then 6 months for the summer. Well, she was more than the summer, because it's 3 months for the summer. She had 3 more months onto that. But he was more so thinking spending a month in Switzerland. And, he sending her off, her and the baby, off up there for two or 3 weeks, and then he come up there that latter week. So I don't know. I'm like, I'm thinking y'all supposed to go for a family event, but my Lord, you're trying to actually get rid of her. So I just don't understand what's really going on between you two. Are you on the down low, Mark? Or come tell me something, because it already, the roles have reversed. Your wife, Carrie's more like the man, and you are definitely the female in the relationship, because I've never seen a man like you other than him being gay. I never in my lifetime, and I'm 48 years old. Maybe I have some little lessons to learn with this subject of watching a man cater to your wife like you're the wife. I mean, you cook, you clean, you go out there and work. You definitely make more money than she does, and then you shop for as far as clothing. I'm like, who does that? I'm like, role reversal. Women do that for their men, but I mean, a drink spilled on her, nice dress, designer dress, I'm sure it was. You go buy her another dress. I don't know if it's the same designer, but you like, bam, here, found this wait a minute, Roberto Cavalli dress. That's 2,000 or more, or hell, 3,000 and more. And it's just because you got a drink spilled on you before. I'm like, who the hell do that? What the fuck? I'm like, you should be on Beverly Hills Housewives on Rodeo Drive, flaunting and flossing, and flossing, honey. Not in Dallas, Texas. But anyway, we move on from you. We go to Brandy. Brandy's grandparents are really, her grandparents are showing up with his wife, Carol. Her mom is, sitting there just looking out. This is not the barbecue. This is just like a get-together when they first get to the house for the first time. And, no, I think it's the second time. Because the first time, oh, hell, I can't remember. But anyway, they meet up. The mom is there. And she's looking at her dad like, I don't know. Like, they have more to say than what they're saying on camera. But, it is what it is. And, they're eating and stuff, having a good time. And, Brandy is saying prayer for the thankful for the food they're receiving. And everybody starts eating. And not really a lot of conversation is going on. But I don't know, maybe it's their camera shot. They edited out a lot of stuff. I don't know. But anyway, we go to Carrie and Mark. Like I said, I don't know what Carrie was doing at the time, but Mark, she was laying down on the bed. And he was like, don't get me, don't get me. She's like, what are you talking about? Looking floored like I was, stunned. Like, what the hell do you want? I hadn't summoned you. He kind of remind me of that husband on Potomac, Housewives of Potomac, Raymond, Karen's, Huger's husband. He be at her beck and call too, honey. But Mark is just, he's over top. He over the top, honey, with heels. But anyway, he comes in there with a black box that looks like something you would have bought from Louis Vuitton, how it's packaged. But, we know Louis Vuitton is that brown box. But this was a black box. It had Roberto Cavalli on the box imprinted on it. And it was, black, little nice little, it could have been it could put a jacket in there too, but it was a dress, a cocktail dress, real cute, and it looked very adorable and cute on Carrie when she took it out. But he was just like spoiling her, like, hey, you got that other dress messed up, and hey, I got you another one, baby. Go on in and let me see what it looked like on you. So she went in there, tried it on, all look all cute. He said, do I need to put heels on? He said, you ain't gonna have them on before a moment. I'm like, baby, that ain't lingerie. Did you get confused from the lingerie to a nice dress that she wears out for the evening? I'm not sure. Mark is weird as hell. But anyway, we go on from there. Got good taste though, but weird as hell. We go to Brandy and her grandfather. Brandy's outside. She just wanted to spend a long time with her granddad. Just talk, not having his wife around, which is Carol, not having her mother around. I forgot her mother's name. But anyway, she just really wanted to feel the energy of her grandfather. And it was very pleasant. It was a very compassionate moment. I was there for her. I was like, oh, honey, you go on and give your granddad a hug and stuff. But he did ask about her husband. And I guess the absenteeness of him being around. And it don't seem like he was too thrilled about that. But he too new in the game to be throwing out, advice. But he pretty much got it. Just like the viewers are, danger zone. Their marriage is in trouble. Yes, I'm more than likely fooling around and got caught up with some other little woman. I don't know if she's a little younger or older one, but he has all the telltale signs that he is fooling around. Okay, and I peeped granddaddy. Granddaddy wanted to give his granddaughter some advice. Like, hey, get your ass into counseling, or 2 words, divorce court. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was there with granddaddy. Yes, I was. But we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. We're back on Carrie and Mark. Um, Carrie's putting on her makeup. I don't know where they going. Maybe they having a time out. Who knows? But then Mark comes in and try to figure out what she doing. I'm like, damn, are you still up her ass? I could have sworn y'all was 2 separate individuals, but no, you're connected to her. She just don't know it yet. But anyway, she said that he was mad at her. I didn't get the point of the realization that he was mad. He didn't look mad like he was mad. He just looked like he was curious. Like, well, what are you putting on makeup for? Did I say we were going somewhere? Did you tell me we were going somewhere? Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's just putting makeup on for the day. Who knows? But anyway, she's talking about, I need to give you some Botox. Would you like some Botox? Like, who the hell have pharmaceutical supplies at home like that? That's not something you use. I mean, I have heard you use it for headaches and stuff of that nature. But it seems like Carrie can drink her way. She has a whole lot of liquor. She could drink her way out of a headache. But, like, I don't understand that. It seems like that's a pharmaceutical type issue there. With him being a doctor and then got Botox running around here all the time. They ain't having no Botox party. I don't know. These physicians and their carelessness about how they minister, what do you call it? Medications and this thing of that nature. And then she's not is she truly a registered nurse to be administering medication like that? What if shit go wrong? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just a real sketchy scene. I didn't really feel it needed to be in there because it's too touchy on a lot of different things. So anyway, we move on from there. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial, and we're on Stephanie and Cruz. And Stephanie and Cruz are back out on that bouncing trampoline trying to have their little mother-daughter time, mother-son-daughter time. I'm sorry, mother-son time, activity time. And then, I don't know, maybe they just have keys to their house, or maybe she had told her she was coming over. I don't know. But Brandon show up on the scene over at Stephanie's house, and she's pretty much going over the comings and goings of her night out with her husband for their 7-year anniversary. She's telling him how he wined and dined her. He took her to this boule shop where she was to pick anything that she wanted to have. I forgot that part, but I can tell you about it now. When they had left their house in the Rolls Royce, the first stop they made was to the swanky type of jewelry store called Boule or Bull, something to that nature. And he had already went, I guess, in that coming week or during that same week and picked out some bracelets for her that he wanted her to have. Of course, they were, 40, 50, 60, 70 grand. And I'm like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're treating your wife just like a trophy wife. I'm like, are you renting this shit and you just letting us think you're buying it? Because for her to be going around in an everyday circle that she's doing in Dallas, where is she gonna be going to be weighing 70,000? You need to be having, and then you're putting it all on TV and stuff. You just want somebody to come, take it from her. I hope y'all. I'm like, putting all your business like that on the street. You need to be in Beverly Hills. You need to be on Beverly Hills cast. You need to take your little, whatever you do, and go get y'all a house out there in Beverly Hills, and then you can flaunt and floss with the big dogs, okay? But to me, I didn't really have to see that scene. It just was not really believable. Yes, he could definitely have that kind of coin and throwing it on her, but I'm like, okay, then you got to have security. It's just something you don't walk around in Dallas, Texas, wearing that kind of expensive jewelry, and don't think somebody going, come and knock you upside the head for it, or you already putting it on TV. Do you have a vault in your house where it's definitely clank down? It just don't make no sense. But anyway, we're gonna move from there because I could not comprehend that particular chain of events that was happening with him, flossing with his wife. But anyway, she goes on telling what he bought her, what he did for her, and we know he got some nookie that night. But anyway, then what's her name? Brandon goes and try to compare the difference between their husbands, and she said, honey, when I turned 30, he gave me 30 of the 30 things that I like or whatever. And in that basket was some ketchup and some shit, I forgot what he said. Cause when she said ketchup, I was like, what the fuck? What? I would throw that shit back up in his face and say, okay, that's what you're gonna get for your birthday. Cause you could have came definitely more better than what you came up here with. So got me some eating stuff. Like, just cause I like French fries don't mean I want French fries on my freaking, anniversary. Are you kidding me? That's like you giving me a washer and dryer, for my wash. Just cause I know I need one. Here, that's a gift for me and you both. Unless we sat down and we were just starting out in our first or second marriage. I mean, first and second year of our marriage, and we just needed that. Then okay, fine. But my Lord, 7 years, no ma'am, no sir. You would not be coming up in my presence with no shit like that. But anyway, she took it. And it was what it was. You tell she was still heartbroken about it. And I'm sure that was some years ago. But I mean, I think she's just down in the dumps, period. And like I said, throughout my other reviews, he's fooling around on you, boo. That's pretty much it. Unless he got a illness he ain't telling you about. He just don't know how to tell you. But all my signs, and if I was a bad woman, would be that he's cheating on you. That's just it. Okay? We move on from that subject. Oh, and she invites, before they leave, she invites Stephanie and her 2 kids to her, and her husband if he's in town, to their little barbecue for her granddaddy before I guess they go back home or whatnot. And then I had a problem with that. You gonna ask your granddaddy to come home or come see you in Dallas, Texas, but then you don't have a place for him to stay. It ain't like Brian sitting up there at the house all the time. You know what I'm saying? You spend most of that time by yourself in that big ass house with your little girls and your animals. Why your grandparents couldn't stay with you? I'm peeping games, Brandon. I'm not liking what I see. And if you put them up in a nice hotel or whatever, that's fine. But it seems like you have more than enough room to have had them, come and board with you for the little time that they spent there. I just don't know where you're coming from. Okay? But maybe it's something I'm not seeing and just edit it out of TV or whatever. But anyway, we move on from that scene. We go to Aaron and Tiffany. Tiffany is telling Aaron she's meeting with Leanne today. They scheduled something at some restaurant. Could have left that scene out. But anyway, we go to Leanne and Tiffany. Leanne goes in and gives, she arrives to the restaurant. She's talking to herself, which is normal probably in her world. She probably have a full damn conversation with herself and answer herself. And, that's pretty much, she's multiple personality type of person anyway. But she goes in and she gives Tiffany a little kiss on the cheek behind her, letting her know maybe that's just way how they make up with each other, because it seemed like Tiffany wanted to go in on her ass, but she went on and digressed after she got her little kissy from her, and everything was just smooth sailing. They both go back and forth apologizing for their actions that they took on each other and this, that, and the other. And I don't know, it seemed like Tiffany kind of backpedaling, first she was on team A, then she jumped to team B, then it's like she's trying to stay in the fence of being neutral. I'm like, you need to check your friend Leanne, because she's the catalyst that always sets the bomb off when things go left. I mean, you need to keep her away from your friends if you're really trying to be friends with these other solidified women, because Leanne's gonna keep you back all day every day. Okay. All right, so we move from that particular situation. We go to the cookout that Brandy is having at her house for her grandfather. She's invited all her family members to come and join in the festivities, get to know and re-enter him back into their lives, because if it wasn't for their mother keeping this secret, they could have been having relations with their grandfather and all this and that. So, got this big old cookout. Everybody done showed up except for Brian. Brian said he was coming. He is terribly late for the event. I'm going to say the event may have started at 2 o'clock. Seemed like Brian got there maybe at 6 o'clock. They all done ate or did all what they had to do. With that nigga, he's out there playing golf, y'all. He's out there with Stephanie's husband, because she's like, okay, well, it is getting kind of late. Everybody done did what they had to do. Kids done swam. We done meet and greet. We done ate. Okay, now it's time for dessert. What them heifers at? So she gonna get on her phone, call her husband, say, where you at, husband? Pretty much. He gonna tell her, oh, well, we'll be there in 5 minutes, Yeah, where you been, though? And then he goes on to tell, hey, we was at the bar drinking, but we were playing golf before that. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. So, rewind, press pause. Okay, put it back. Rewind. Let me hear what you just said. So basically, what she was thinking, that he was trying to make his way home from the business trip. This joker had already been in town. Hell, he probably ain't even went out of town. You see what I'm saying? Divorce court. That divorce court. Okay. Say the clown gets there. Okay. After he done been 4 or 5 hours late from the event anyway. Everybody pissed off at him. They just don't want to show out and throw shoes and get knives and, get doing work on him because cameras are rolling. And you can't go and assault nobody because you go assault and then you got to get bail money. You know what I'm saying? We got time to be getting X amount of people out of jail because Brian is acting like a damn fool. But anyway, he comes in. I didn't think he was drunk. But, hey, Brandy should know her own husband. So she felt he was a little inebriated. And, he going around throwing up doubt with her brother. He ain't too much want to shake his hand. And Grandpa really didn't even want to shake his hand. He's like, you a disrespectful punk. And I really need to take you out back and throw you on my, you know how grandpas get. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting Joker. And then, really don't say nothing to her. She asked him, do he want something to eat? He had like he didn't hear her. Hell, I heard her, and I was on the other side of the screen, the TV screen. So I don't know where he come from. I said, that's a shoe. That's a shoe up on his ass right then that we've been fighting in that damn kitchen. But anyway, he went on. He just went and picked up his, I guess, his best baby girl or the one that's closest to him or he closer to her. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? He went out there and was in the back swinging with her. Everybody else in the house, grown folk now. In the house trying to have a conversation, that he don't took his disrespectful ass. Already he late, okay? He wasn't there from the beginning. Then he gonna show up late saying he was out of town coming in. He had been in town. Nigga probably wasn't even out of town. You know what I'm saying? This man has just disturbed me like he was my husband. But anyway, all thing I can say, counseling. Counseling, because you can't say this TV show has ruined her marriage, for being on it, for just this length of time, because hell, this is the first season, okay, and this is episode 5. So this marriage had been tore up prior to her even thinking about being on the show, so we can't go there. Secondly, if he's still trying to be mad at her because she went to the strip club and she was up there on the what do you call it? Not she wasn't even on the pole, but she was dancing on the man. If she did that one time, hell, she don't learn her lesson. Don't keep, beating a dead horse, all right? It just is what it is, okay? She don't go following you and see where you at. You probably did worse shit more than what she have done throughout the whole marriage, okay? And then maybe it's y'all cycle. It's y'all time to just give it up because y'all been sweethearts since high school, I think she was saying, or college or something to that effect. And then maybe it's just run its course. I don't know. But I'm like, this whole disrespect of you coming in when you want to and disrespecting her in front of her family like that. I mean, it's enough to disrespect her when you and the kids. The kid don't know no better. They don't know no better right now. But the grown-ups do know. And I'm sure her granddaddy want to take his butt off and lasso you up and beat you like a child. And I'm sure her brother wanted to do work on you too. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. It was just a hot mess. I didn't respect him. I was just like, Grandpa, you said it, divorce court. Counseling, that don't work. Divorce court. That's all we got to say. That's all I pretty much have for this segment, or this episode of The Real Housewives of Dallas. Of course, we only had 2 people showing their asses today. They get the best award for showing your ass. That's Leon. That's Leanne for the girls and Brian for the guys. Because they, and them the two that need to hook up. I think they would make a perfect match. You know what I'm saying? Leanne would probably whoop on that behind a lot because, I don't know. Brian, he's just getting on my nerve. Oh, he's just like one of them men that wasted testosterone on. Ugh, he's just too much. We got to go, y'all. But I thank you for coming to my channel and letting me vent a little, because I had to vent on this particular episode, because when I can't stand foolishness. I can't. Marriage is too sacred and too good of an institution for people that really don't want to be in a marriage for whatever the reason to continue to be in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the kids suffer. Don't let the one person that wants to be in a marriage suffer. Either talk with them or leave them the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how a lot of people get killed around here too. They found out, you've been cheating on them, infidelity, and then they just snap. You know what I'm saying? They just snap. Then the kids have to, go to with child protective services or stay with a family member while you're in jail trying to get bond. And it depends on, if you really wasn't wrong, but you just snap, you're going to a mental institution, or you're going away for several amount of years. You know what I'm saying? It's pitiful. And I'm sick of that Brian. And then it seemed like next episode, he get even worse. Woo! Talking about he tired. He tired of this. I'm like, hell, you ain't showed us nothing. I don't know what she did wrong, honey. I really don't. And I'm like, the strip club, you can come off of that one, So, it is what it is, guys. But that's what it was. The Real Housewives of Dallas. Yes, it was. Aired on May 9th. Episode 5, season 1. The title was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And honey, at first I thought it was going to be Grandpa, but it seemed like it needs to be Brian because he showed Miss Dinner. So I'm like, it wasn't really guess whether he was going to make it or not. But anyway, that's what I have. Enjoy it, and I will see you next time it airs. And we'll be here narrating and giving you my play-by-play, blow-by-blow. All right, guys, thanks for letting me entertain you. Bye-bye.